Hey, what is up, everybody? We are back with Mega Man Legends 1. This is going to be part 5, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the game. Just going to do a few things to kind of start working through the end game. Anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off right outside the main gate, and we're going to just kind of go into the main gate and start walking through there and see what happens next. So hope y'all are having a good day today and that things are rolling well for you. So,
Mega Man, be careful. I don't like the looks of this place.
So now we just have more dense versions of these enemies, so. And we get to use the vacuum arm again, yay. So, and those guys will kind of like, it kind of like puts them in a stun animation if you shoot them in the shield enough times, but I don't have enough energy at this point to make that happen, so anyway. And that is a lot of money.
It's a spiral, and it goes down a long way, too.
Okay. So it's usually easier in this room to just kind of take out one and then take out the other one after you're done. So, because it's pretty easy to avoid them. Oh, I guess that kind of brings up this weird, there's kind of a weird like glitch thing where you can actually keep using the vacuum arm while you're moving, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird and difficult to invoke, so, and it doesn't last for very long either, so it's kind of like, there's not really a use for it, but it does happen, so. Okay, so we just got the Buster Unit Omega, so that increases attack and range by 3 each. So, but since we have, you know, everything we really need at this point, we're not going to equip that.
I'm starting to get a lot of stuff. It looks like you're going to...
Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go into this side area here. This is really kind of where you're intended to go next. But yeah, there's enough static now that Roll can't communicate with us this far down. So. Okay, so the Sleeper, Dreamer, and Watcher keys are 3 extra items, or the 3 final items that we need to find before we can access the main gate, since Eden has locked the main gate out. So we have another option to unlock the sub-cities. Yeah, it just says security breach basically, but I mean we can do that anyway.
The switch I just pulled, she's activated the portals to the living quarters. They should have appeared somewhere on the island. Guess it's time to start looking for them.
So that pretty much just sets up our next mission. So, so now those those 3 dog creatures that we fought in the Closer Woods subgate, they're now just regular enemies, just like chilling down here. So, so the same thing. We can kind of bug out this this gate right here. And just shoot around him, or shoot around, or shoot through the gate to hit him. We just kind of got to get him. And what's weird is they're like, their character or just model is kind of bugged out there too. Like they're not supposed to look like that. But anyway, that happens. So there's also 2 doors that lead to other subgates, just like other areas of subgates that we've been to already. But when we go into them, it resets all the enemies again. So we're going to go ahead and just finish doing everything down here. And then that way we can run across and not have to worry too much about everything getting reset in a weird way. So and this is kind of like a maze back here in a way, but it also has more of those guys, so we've got to just be careful in how we maneuver around back here. Yeah, so I mean, we can kind of like freak out the enemies in such a way that they can't ever get to us, but we can hit them, so we can just do that. Because those things are terrible to fight against if you're, you know, running around or whatever. I mean, you're supposed to kind of run around and fight them in here, but I don't know. I just find it easier to just kind of get them stuck somewhere and then fight them that way. Okay, making sure there's no holes in any of the walls. Here's one. Auto fire barrel. Okay, so the blunted drill is the item that we need in order to make the drill arm special weapon, so that we can go back through all the areas that we haven't gone to before and drill out everything. And so that's kind of what they expect you to do, is go back up and talk to Roll to make the drill arm and then come back through here. So that's what we're going to do here in a minute. So we're going to try and get this guy stuck in an area like this. I'm actually surprised there's not a hole in the wall back here either after you defeat that guy, but whatever. Okay, just making sure. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back out and talk to Roll, and then we're gonna come back down here and go through these 2 areas, and we'll clean out the last little bit of the sub-gates, because we're pretty much finished with that. We just have to go back through with the drill arm and finish that up. So we need to go back up. So in that red shiny stone also that we got, I believe is one of the last items for the curator of the museum. So we'll drop that off to her at some point. I'm not sure when, but we'll do that. At least I think that's what that's for. Okay, drill arm. Yeah, it does a ton of damage. But only if you're like standing on top of the enemies when you do it. In Mega Man Legends 2, you can actually take off the guys' shields. Those like armored guys, you can take off their shields with that, so it's pretty interesting. So, and the drill arm does require a little bit of upgrading, just because it's pretty useless unless you do. So yeah, because there's no special, there's no rapid, range, whatever. But the energy and attack does need to be upgraded so that, you know, so you have infinite energy when you're going through. And then the attack power just causes the walls to break faster. Okay, so that's all maxed out. So, okay, so I already equipped it. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to go back down into the main gate and use the drill arm and take care of that. So in 2, I was kind of thinking about how I wanted to finish up doing this series as well. So there's going to be probably a little bit of time near the end where I just max out every special weapon and just kind of do a demonstration of that as well. So, but that takes a lot of grinding for Zenny in order to, you know, do all that stuff. So, so that'll probably be a little while after the series finishes. Okay, so we're just gonna ignore him and go through the door. Oh, actually, that door actually leads to the next part of the story, so we actually don't need to go through there yet. Forgot about that. I don't know why, because that's like a major part of the game. Yeah, so if you just blitz by that guy, he can't hit you. Okay, so now we're back in the sub gates, so we can finish all this up. And there's a lot to do, so we'll be down here for a little while. So, but we're not going to be down here collecting Zenny or anything, just because, you know, what else other than what's given to us? Because there's just a lot of area left to cover, so. And I'm going to be kind of wandering around a little bit because I don't remember exactly where I need to be going for getting to all the drilling areas down here, so. So we're going to run through here kind of as quick as we can. I'm going to be checking the map a lot as well. Yeah, but see, you can use the drill arm to break open different things, but you have to be like standing on top of it. Yeah, so a lot of times you'll take damage when you're that close, so not as good, but that's all right. That's why this isn't really like a. It's more of a tool than an actual special weapon. Let's just try this way first. Oh, I forgot about those. Well, I'm glad that worked out. Time that right, you can go through it, but I did not. These guys are still pretty tough, even after you have almost max attack power. They can still do a lot. Okay, so now we're in this area, so we can drill all this out. Yeah, so there's only like one section in here that they hide something in that requires the drill arm. So It's... But it does open up everything that was kind of left, so... Blaster unit R. I think that, yeah, attack energy, rapid, so. So, I mean, it, you know, kind of changes up your weapon a little bit. Maybe we'll do that. Get a little bit more rapid. Okay, so I guess let's keep going forward, because we don't need to go out. Oh yeah, we never did come back to this area. Completely forgot about this section. I don't think there's really much back here, but I don't know. There's still stuff. Yeah, 'cause you're kind of meant to come back here after you get after you get the jump springs, so. So, just kind of picking up some, don't need to pick up everything, but any money helps. Oops, forgot that one was trapped too. Actually, they may all be trapped. So I think this is kind of meant to be just like a money room. So. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so that clears that out, I believe. I guess probably should look at the walls and make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep, that's it. So the triple access, I think, is another Buster part. But again, it's, you know, supposed to be gotten pretty early on, so I mean, it's one of those combo items. So there's a lot of the combo items, so you can kind of equip just all of those if you really want to, and you'll get some pretty good results out of that. Okay. Actually, just occurred to me that those fireballs kind of look like the old Macintosh, like, working icon that spins. Not necessarily the new one. The new one looks a lot different, but okay, just make sure. Okay, so we need to go back. What's kind of annoying is you can't jet skate through this room because there's kind of like an extra layer of terrain there that you can't get around, so kind of unfortunate. But in Mega Man Legends 2, they fixed a lot of that kind of, you know, just minutia of weird things, so so that's good. Yeah, so you can't get around that, but you just have to have pretty tight timing. Okay, let's go that way. That was too far. Yeah, that guy's actually, you can kill so fast that you just end up running into the explosion because he just takes like 2 shots. Well, he got killed by his own bomb. Had nothing to do with that. The thing's still pretty dense, even though, you know, even though the attack is maxed. So, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I've gotten everywhere. Okay, so let's see here. Came through down there. Around. Okay. I'm going to actually go back up and check something because I don't know if I went. Let's see here. Because we came out that way. I'm trying to remember if I went through that area or not. Yeah, okay. Trying to remember the whole thing in my head is not good. Okay, let's keep going. In Mega Man Legends 2, they ended up kind of breaking up the way the ruins work a little bit differently. So, so there's not a whole lot of overlap between everything. So now we're going to go into one of the other main gates, or major gates, I guess. So, actually, I don't think it makes too much sense to be down here because I don't think this is going to put us anywhere that we really need to be. Okay, so guess let's see if we can find our way back to another one of the rooms. Go a direction we did not go. Past that guy. Okay, so instead of going this way, we will go this way. And we'll just avoid that guy, avoid that guy. Just jump over him. Aha. Okay. Now we can go up this way. Okay, so this is the main area that that I've been trying to get to now, so we can drill out a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, so that spin that they did is just showing that they're kind of in a break animation, that they have taken too much damage on their shield. So we got the old launcher. Yeah, some of them, if you can kind of pin the wrong direction, they can just, you know, get stuck there, and then you just keep shooting until they go down. Yeah, so those you don't even really have to do much. You can just like tap the button and it'll break the walls down, so. But yeah, get to a lot of treasure chests down here. And they're really just trying to load you up on money for the end game also, because you're really just kind of meant to pick like one special weapon and just go with that for the final boss. So, so they just kind of load you up on money for what you probably will want to use, and then and that's it. Same thing is also true with the drill arm, where you can kind of bug it out a little bit and move forward. But again, it doesn't gain you anything just because it's only active for like a second, so. Okay. Grab that. But yeah, I mean, this thing does have pretty high attack power, but you have to be like in the guy's face in order to do anything with it. And in this one, it just like scrapes off their shield, so. In Mega Man Legends 2, it actually does stuff, so. But you really do need to drill all of these, because there's, you know, there's things hidden back behind there, so. Okay, so that leads to that subgate, so I think that's everything. I think that's all we need to do now to clear out everything. I'll check my maps a little bit later, and if there's something else we need to go to, we'll get that later. Whoops. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so and then that puts us back in a good position so that we can go back out the way we came in. Oops, sorry about that. So anyway, now we can go back out and get prepared for the next section of the game. Yeah, so this is really kind of how you're intended to fight these things, is just like run around in this area and, you know, get them in here, but they're just, I don't know, they're just really annoying enemies. Okay. Oops, the other way. Okay, so after we develop everything with the items that we've gotten, we'll come back down here again after we switch weapons, because we'll want to switch back to the active Buster. Yeah, so that's really the only time you need to use the drill arm, is right after you get it and clear out the ruins, and that's it, so. Okay, so let's see what Roll can create. Omni Unit Omega. Oh, it powers up all your Buster attributes. Cool. Auto battery. I think that, like, maxes your energy? Yeah. Okay, so since we just have so many Buster parts now, you can pretty much just do whatever, like, just do whatever. So, I don't know if we need to enhance anything at this point in time. We'll just save our money. Oops, I do need to change, so nope. Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk to Data, and then we'll go back down and do the next part of the story. So, you're supposed to go around now, and that's weird, my voice has given up on me. So you're supposed to go around now and find all the subsidies. So we're gonna go to the first one that's available to us. Or I mean, they're all kind of available right now, but we're just gonna go to the closest one based on our current location. So. But we need the special weapon because something else is about to happen. So. Okay, so this dumps us out in the old city. So, and it's kind of odd that it dumps us out in this section here where it's all fenced in and there's just like one building. So, we'll just go in here and see what happens.
pizza yourself.
I wonder who that could be.
Huh? Hey, you! Do you know what happened to us thanks to you? I thought I was going to die! Huh?
His face.
You're alive! That's wonderful!
Let go of me! What do you think you're doing? Don't touch me!
What's the holdup, Tron? If you don't hurry up, there's not going to be any pizza left. Huh? You! What are you doing here? Tron! Hurry up, get on board. It's time to activate Bruno.
Theodore Bruno, the robot's full name.
This robot is my masterpiece. You're welcome to try and stop us. But you won't stand a chance this time. See you!
Wait!
Thanks for waiting, Teasel. Let's go! Everyone ready? We're moving out! Roger! Miss Tron looks happy.
It's powering up!
So this is why we need the active buster. Because I remember coming up here completely unprepared the first time. I had the vacuum arm thinking, oh, I'm just going to clear out some ruins or whatever. And so that was a surprise. But once you know the trick to this guy, he's actually not that difficult. Because you can use the entrances to block the charge shots. And the only thing that's kind of annoying is the lock-on this guy is very weird. You can't count on the those shots getting deflected off the off of the fence, because sometimes they'll go through the fence. So it's just kind of, yeah, the thing's hitbox is really weird, so you just kind of have to, great. Well, my shield's permanently broken. Oh well. And I don't know how those things can hit up there, but whatever. Well, this is not going very well. I'm almost out of weapon energy already. So we'll probably just have to take the slow way to kill him. Yeah, 'cause you're supposed to hit the center. That's his vulnerability point. That is not what I wanted, but at least it worked out. Yeah, because a lot of times the active buster just like locks onto like random things that it shouldn't be locking onto. So you can aim your buster a little better. So. And if you have the attack max too, you know, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Because right now the active buster is about as powerful as our fully charged buster is. So yeah, so if you just kind of hover around, if you hover around the gate, it'll protect you for a lot of things. So, and you want to kind of keep Bruno in such a place that he can't do a lot of damage to the city. You want to keep him here because you'll have to pay for those damages. So it just makes more sense to just keep him here. And what's kind of bad is on hard mode, Theodore Bruno has like his life bar is about as long as the screen is. So that was a nice surprise fighting him on hard mode. Okay, but he's almost dead. Okay, there we go. What's kind of funny too is the way he breaks apart. Sometimes you can like get him stuck on top of buildings or stuck on top of the fence or this kind of thing, so he can die in a weird way.
Huh? Okay, Blue Boy, I must know, what's your name?
Me? My name is Mega Man. Mega Man Volnut.
Mega Man, is it? You know, I've been in this business a long time, but this is the first time anyone's ever given me this much trouble. Yet, it feels good somehow, being beaten by you like this. Almost as though I've met my match.
Almost.
Teasel!
I can face the facts. I lost, you won. I'm gonna try to forget this entire incident. Ah, it feels good to say that. My heart feels as clean as the blue sky on a cloudless day. See you around, Mega Man.
Wait!
Then, does this mean I'll never see him again?
Tron. Once he finds the treasure, we'll wait for our chance and take it from him.
What?
You didn't think I was going to just walk away, did you?
Oh, of course not. Now that's the Teasel I know.
You bet it is. Old Teasel never gives up. I'll get that treasure sooner or later, one way or the other.
Like Mega Man couldn't hear that. He's not standing that far away. Okay, so, and the dogs in the city are still here, and you can get killed by them. So, yeah, they can kill you after you defeated Bruno. So it's always better to get in here and recharge your energy and change all your special weapons and everything. So we're gonna change back to the vacuum arm. And then we will talk to Data, save, and then go into the first sub-city. It's just out of habit that I do that. Okay, so here's the sub-city.
So this underground city must be where the prototype Anthro units live. But where am I going to find the key to the Central Gateway?
So they call these living quarters because this is where the prototype Anthro units lived. And a lot of this, they try to explain some of this, but I don't think that everything gets answered about what is going on here and everything. So, you know, Mega Man Legends 2 tries to answer some of those questions, but I don't know that it completely answers everything either, so. And then there's no Legends 3, sadly enough, so. It was being made, but then got got the kibosh put on it, so. So, and at this point, just based on how things are going with Capcom, it's pretty unlikely that Legends 3 will ever be made. Although it'd be great if it was made. I mean, I would definitely buy it and play it. So, I mean, like I said before, I mean, Mega Man Legends is one of my favorite series that I've ever played. So, I have the US version, I have the original Japanese version for the PlayStation, and I have the PSP versions also of the series that only came out in Japan. So, so yeah, I like this series. There's always one enemy that gives me grief that I can't ever seem to find.
Huh? That sounded like a door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
He says there's a door, sounded like a door opening somewhere. The only time you can actually ever hear it is when you're defeat an enemy right next to the door, then you can hear it.
Got it! I better get back to the surface.
So yeah, you have to kill an enemy right next to the gate opening if you want to hear it. So it's not like a glitch where there's no sound effect. You just have to be really close to it. So the next sub-city that we're gonna clear out is the one in downtown, and then we'll clear out the one in uptown after that. So we're just gonna take the support car and go to downtown. We'll talk to a few people too. I didn't want to talk to anybody in the old city just because it's a pain in the neck to get around the dogs and talk to people. Any Reaver bot that comes out of there, I'll handle. Alright, so let's go in. This is one of my favorite tracks in the whole Mega Man Legends soundtrack, so I really like this song. So, and this is probably the easiest place to farm for money in the game as well. So if you're looking to farm money to get all the special weapons upgraded, this is one of the best places to do it. So it's really quick to run through. It gives you a lot of money, and so I spent a lot of time in here just farming these enemies. So we'll save that guy for last so you can hear the door opening sound effect. So there's another guy around here somewhere. I don't remember which side he's on. I hear him. There he is. And it's pretty easy to loop these guys too and just get them in such a way that they can't really do anything. Yeah,
huh?
So there's the sound effect.
That sounded like a door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
It's the silver key? Yep.
That's two. Just one more.
Yeah, but this is the easiest sub-city to clean out, because all the enemies are just right in a line, and you just go you just go straight down and kill them as quick as you can, and they get in a pretty good position for you to get in and get out quickly. So. So we'll just take the... Actually, no, we won't. Taking the support car is slower, because it puts you in a weird position. Because the sub-city is actually like right in front when you first come in, so... I don't know if that guy and his girlfriend are still... are like now looking at the city. Alright. Huh, okay. Well, and I guess while we're here too, we'll drop off that that thing we found for the curator.
That's a funny looking thing you've got there. It looks like a hibachi or something. Maybe they use it in the dungeons when it gets cold. Why don't we call it a fire pot and put it on display?
So that's the old heater that we got from the kids.
Thank you so much. I bet there are a lot of people who'll come to see this. That's a Reaver-bought eye. Look at it. It's so beautiful the way the light goes through that translucent red. These are Grade 1 national treasures.
Yep.
There have been lots of diggers who've disappeared in the dungeons looking for these. That would be the star attraction for any museum. Would it really be all right if I put it on display here?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I bet there are a lot of people who'll come to see this.
Okay, so that, I believe, is all of the items. So there's 8. So I believe that's it. Okay, so the same people here. I think when we go back up, there might be another person now. Okay, this is the old heater. This is the Reaver-bought eye. Found in the main gate. Yes. So you have to get all of the items in here in order for her to show up and for her to give you the item. So. Wow. Nice, dude. So, yeah, so the prism crystal is an item that we can give to Roll after we go down to the sub-city, because I believe you use it to make part of the shining laser. Because I think it's an item that you use to focus light or something like that, I think is what the description is. Let's see. Oops. Prism crystal in the shape of a woman. Interesting. Laser weapon batteries not included. Okay, so anyway. And also, too, down in the main gate, I think there's... I want to say there's like one final part that you get down there, so... Okay, so this enemy is just ridiculous. It just drops other enemies. So, I mean, you could technically say that this is the best way to farm money, because you just let it spit out enemies infinitely and then just do that. But I don't know. It's not as quick. Almost got it. Yeah, and these enemies will run all over the place, so it's good to just kind of get rid of all of them and then just start unloading at the boss. Yeah, but it's really slow to kill this thing, so. Because it eventually just seals up and then just starts running around, so it's just obnoxious is all. Yeah, so just having your attack maxed is good because you get, you know, just you only get a few shots into it before it resets again, so. There we go.
Huh? That sounded like a door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
Dreamer.
There! This should be the last key. Now all I have to do is open the central gate.
So if you go down to the central gate, it'll kind of just repeat what it said earlier, that you need the 3 keys. So there's not really a whole lot of benefit to going all the way down to the central gate because it's just going to tell you it's locked. So so we just did that to kind of save time. There's like one text box that just says, hey, you need these keys, and that's pretty much it. So okay, so we're going to... Okay, so these are the 3 keys we just picked up. So now we've got everything. Okay, so we're going to use that to warp out, and then we will go to the shop, because I believe the final piece of armor is available to us now. Yeah, so people are starting to speculate that with all this stuff going on that the disaster that's kind of like theorized to be on this island is going to show up here at some point. So this is why you have to save your money. If you want to take a whole lot less damage, you need to save up this much money to get the Kevlar jacket Omega. So just in the interest of finishing up all the special items, we're going to buy that, and it leaves us with almost no money. So that's why you got to be saving your money all throughout the game, because there's so many things that you need to buy, and that particularly is good if you haven't, if you've never played this game before. It's really good to have. So yeah, so that basically leaves us with no money, but that's okay because we're gonna go into the main gate now, and we'll go all the way to the final boss door, and then we'll save there, and then actually we won't. We'll go all the way to the final boss door, and then do some other cleanup that we need to do before we finish the game. So we'll go ahead and talk to Roll 2 because I believe we can develop the Shining Laser now. Yeah. So the Shining Laser is like the secret weapon of this game because it just, the amount of stuff you have to do in order to get the parts for it is pretty ridiculous. But technically I think the Active Buster is actually probably supposed to be the most powerful weapon in the game because it doesn't cost as much to update the Shining Laser as it does the Active Buster. So I think still technically the Active Buster is the strongest weapon in the game, but the Shining Laser is something else. It's pretty bananas. So when we come looping back around through here and getting all the all the special weapons and having everything upgraded and everything, you'll see how nuts it is. I'm not going to do that same thing in Mega Man Legends 2 because it just takes an absurd amount of money to upgrade everything to max. So we'll still get every single weapon, but I'm not going to spend all the time upgrading it. I'll just kind of explain what they do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe at some point I'll do that, but it's just nutcase expensive to do that in that game. And there's not a very good way to get money. So the PSP version, actually, interestingly enough, went back and redid the requirements for how much money you need. Just for each special weapon, they lowered it. And there's ways you can lower it farther. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just pretty absurd what you have to do in Mega Man Legends 2 to max out everything. So, kudos to the people that did that. I didn't. I got maxed out one special weapon that I wanted to use, and that was it. It was just, it's just absurd how much time it takes, and it doesn't gain you that much, to be honest. So, it's just better to not. Just pick something, go with it, and yeah, there's lots of special weapons in that game that are really powerful. So yeah, if you come down here, it just says that you need a key and that you need to go back out and get it. So.
Huh? There's some writing. Watcher. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, so he says that text box, and you just leave. So so this at this point we can say yes, use the Watcher key.
The second door. What is this? It reads Sleeper.
So, and we did the sub-cities in the order of the gates also, so.
The third door. What does this one say? Dreamer? Well, it should be the last one.
Okay, so this is going to trigger kind of like the final or second to last story segment, I guess. So, and it's pretty important. So here we go.
What's happening to me? This is the first time I've ever been here, but I feel like I've seen this before. Something is telling me there's danger here, that it shouldn't be opened.
And unfortunately, it opens itself. And he looks similar to the picture in the museum.
It's a man? A person?
This is another Bach piece, by the way. It's called Little Fugue.
Was it you who awoke me? It is somewhat earlier than I had planned, but no matter. Thank you for awakening me. Have we met before? Oh, please forgive me. You are a purifier model, assigned to the direct command of Mother. As I recall, you are designated Mega Man Trigger. Please forgive me. I did not recognize you in your current configuration.
You know me?
You don't remember? Ah, I see. You have suffered memory loss, yes? Then for what purpose have you awakened me? I assume that your reason for coming here is to purge the carbons that have overpropagated during the time I was inactive.
Carbons? Purge? What are you talking about?
According to Urban Military Security Ordinance A10, the number of carbon units is not allowed to increase beyond the pre-specified limit. If this happens, they are to be purged immediately. My observation, if left unattended, the carbons will reproduce indefinitely. Their numbers will grow, polluting the surface world. They can be quite a nuisance.
Carbons? Do you mean the people on the island?
The carbons fit Mass Population Model B. They are unstable, very difficult to control. Perhaps it would be better to simply reinitialize.
Reinitialize? Now, I haven't understood much of what you've been saying, but when you say reinitialize, do you mean no? Huh?
This is quite regrettable. It would be much simpler if I had the assistance of a proficient unit, such as yourself. Once my task is complete, I shall inquire as to the presence of a backup of your memory on Aiden. Until then, please remain where you are. Yes, until then.
What?
Did you hear that, Diesel?
Yep. Something tells me he's not kidding either. I really think he plans to kill everyone on the island.
Diesel, we've got to do something. We've got to stop him.
That's easier said than done. Besides, do you think we could beat him?
Well, what about Mega Man?
I don't like it, but I can't think of anything better, so... Oh, here's a problem. Hey, Tron! How do you stop this thing?
Oh, this? Like this!
Just kick it.
Mega Man, are you all right?
Thanks for your help.
Come on, hurry up! He's getting away!
Right.
It's not over between you and me. I won't forgive you if you die or anything stupid like that, so be careful in there, okay?
Right. See you later.
Don't worry, Tron. If anyone can do it, he can.
I know.
Yeah, so if you couldn't tell in the cutscene back there, there's a couple of things that they've mentioned that don't really make a whole lot of sense, and you know, we're getting close to the end of the game and they're not going to have enough time to explain all of that. So anyway, that's what Mega Man Legends 2 is for, is to kind of tie up some of the ends that that guy started off, and we'll get more of an introduction to who he is in a little bit. Okay, so now we have the power stream, the auto battery, and the sniper scope, which pretty much gives you as high of, you know, attack, energy, range as you can go in this game, just with the 3 parts. There might be another one to max out the range. I can't remember it, though. I think the sniper scope is the one that has the most range out of any other part. So, but anyway, now we can just like have a constant stream of energy shots, so we don't have to stop to reload or recharge or whatever. We can just keep shooting. So, one button victory now. So, and that is a giant refractor. They were talking about, yeah, you can feel the tremendous energy emanating from the refractor. They talked about refractors that are prisms to have the most just power and energy. So there's one just chilling down here that no one knew about. Or it had just been, you know, part of myth and legend that it actually existed. So, but anyway, it's down here. And so we'll see what happens with that. So this is kind of a maze. section down here as well, and I think I actually went the wrong direction. I think I needed to go this way first. Yeah, anyway, this whole thing down here is just kind of a maze, and so there's some dead ends with nothing in them, so. And somehow Data is down here. So, and if we peek through the wall, we can see the boss over there. So, this is the final door. So, we're going to talk to Data, and we're going to exit, and we'll clean up everything else and finish the game next time. Yeah, Mega Man Juno is his name. Actually, what does it say when you say tell me? I believe in you. Yeah. What am I? So, yeah. Data just kind of evades the question. And yeah. So anyway, so we'll leave it there, and we're gonna leave, and in the next video we will finish up Mega Man Legends, and there'll be an extra video kind of at the end with some special weapons and stuff, but that'll probably be a little while afterward. So because I've got some other things that I would like to do, so in terms of projects and just things coming up, and so yeah, try not to spoil anything. Oops. Messed up the sequence, I guess. Ah. Yeah, those ones that have 2 on them, you can't just kind of skirt by them. You just have to, like, jump over them. But that time that was just a 1 enemy. I just messed up and crashed into him. All right, so let's take our save here. Yeah, pretty much. So, because there's still a couple of side quests that we need to finish up before we finish the game completely. So next time we will do all the extra side quests, and then we'll go fight the final boss. So that'll be what's in the next video. So anyway, well, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and we're getting close to the end. So, but again, thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting during the series, and looking forward to finishing it up next time. So we'll see you guys here soon.